Grown men need to leave teenage girls alone. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Elena here. I know I went on a little bit of a hiatus of sorts, but today I come back, tonight, I come back with a great topic. Today I'm going to talk about how I think we need to leave teenage girls alone. Period, point blank, nothing more, nothing less. Leave them alone. Period. Kissy, kissy, Roxanne. Did you miss me? My clout. So when I went to a Q&A, thank you for just watching my intro. Beautiful, I know, thank you. Okay, so I wrote down all my notes on paper, very much so giving scholar. Leave teenage girls alone, period. And you may be wondering, Elena, why do you care so much? Well, as the audience does not know, I am turning 20 this year. And as my last year as a teenager, I've been able to reflect in a way that young teenage girls cannot. And I can honestly say that teenage girls need to be left alone and be able to grow. And my number one point is that as a whole, women's individuality is placed at such an impossible standard. Such an impossible standard. Teenagers especially, there's so much pressure, outside pressure, to not be basic. I'm just reading my notes. By the time you develop things that you actually like, teenage boys or adult men who are in women's business, pick them apart and just critique them until it's nothing. When men have 3 pants, 4 tops, and 1 little shoe, but call you basic for liking trends. Nothing is wrong with following. It's a trend. Like, if you like it, be happy, do what you want. It's a trend. However, how are men not picked apart for wearing the same 2 little skinny jeans and 1 little pair of Vans? But if you want to wear your little skater skirt or little XYZ, you're basic. You're trying to be this, you're trying to be that. Yeah, I am. And what about it? Of course. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to follow a trend. A trend is a trend. A trend, something cool. Who doesn't want to be cool? Who doesn't want to, fit in? That's fine. However, there's no need for you to be ridiculed for that. That is so sick, sinister. You don't hear, what's it called? No one picks apart men for being basic, but we should. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. If you want to follow a trend, you want to be an alt girl or whatever girl, I don't whatever, what's trending right now. But what's making fun of you? Girl, who cares? It's a trend. Yeah, and it'll go. Who cares? It's a trend. To be happy, be a teenager. That is what teenagers are for. Your teenagers are not supposed to be you solidifying everything about your personality, because trust me, by the time college come around, or you don't have to go to college, by the time anything else comes around, you're gonna be a whole different person. So just relax and admire what you have right now. Just easy. Being a teenager in itself is a hard point in your life. So there's no need to have any outside pressure from men, society, or anything else. So being a teenager is hard, let alone being a teenage girl. You are literally a child and you're expected to carry the emotional labor of the men you're dating, or the boys that you're dating, because if we're being honest, well, that's the next point. Men are not expected to have any kind of emotional intelligence until they have children. And that's if they have a daughter. Because boys and their daddies don't be talking about nothing that actually matters. They just be, let me do the football. Whereas women, they're expected to, well, I just want a good woman who, who she can help me do this and who can help me grow and teach me to do all this. You're 16. You're 16, 17, 18, maybe. That's honestly, why am I expected to carry the emotional labor of you and figure out my own stuff? You're actually mad. You've actually gone mental. Because I'm not doing that. Why in the world would you be expected to help someone through their trauma while you while you're discovering yourself, unloading your trauma. Honestly, 16, 17, wasn't even thinking about trauma, big boss. But hey, it was coming. So it is just unrealistic, and women are always expected to take on this emotionally draining role in the relationship. And so young, you don't know who you are, and you're expected to do miraculous things that psychiatrists and psychologists do. Bro, no! Don't be with something like, oh, you're just with him because he's XYZ. Okay, I'm 16. That is something I can do. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares if it's superficial? What else do you have to bring to the table? You don't have a mortgage. You don't have credit. I'm a teenager. Yeah, he's cute and tall, and that's okay. Don't be with no kind of man that you have to fix. Please spare me. Spare yourself. Do not be with no type of person that you have to fix. No quicker picker upper. No fixer upper. No the opposite of a model home. No one that needs renovations. Girl, don't do that. Don't do that. So men, teenage boys who going through all this stuff, leave them girls alone, because you know you are damaged. And you're gonna try to put all this emotional weight on her. Next thing you know, she don't trust nobody for the next X amount of years because you just know how to talk. Ugh. Women as a whole are critiqued and poked and prodded and ridiculed. I won't even bring intersectionality into this, John, because we can go toe for toe with the black girls, but I will leave that for another video. I won't. Women are quite literally dissected by men, and then when they snap, everyone is so surprised. Of course I snapped. You have literally been tearing my self-esteem and tearing me apart since I was probably 12. I should have snapped sooner. Leave women alone. Leave teenage girls alone. This is the only time in your life where you have no kind of, well, if you're privileged enough, you'll have no kind of monetary responsibility, no kind of emotional responsibility. Well, I mean, besides, not being an awful person. But nothing in your life matters. But honestly, high school, looking back at it, my God, it was just worksheets and drama. And that is okay. If you are, what's it called? When was I in high school? 13 to 18. Why would anything else in your life matter but those things? Like, the real world isn't going anywhere. So enjoy childhood, bro. Enjoy not having to worry about taxes. Enjoy this, enjoy that. Men get to do that. Teenage boys are, oh my goodness, they don't do anything. They don't worry about anything. They literally don't worry about anything. But after teenage girl, she's stressed about her body, stressed about this, stressed about that, this and the third. It is not your fault. You have been catered to take on the burden of other people. You need to leave us alone. Leave me alone, please. And now this topic. Grown men need to leave teenage girls alone. Leave. I don't even. Oh my God. If you are a teenage girl, if you are an underage teenage girl, see, they be getting you young. Grown, if that man is grown, and when I say grown, first of all, if you're above the age of 20, do not look at a teenager. Please, it's so weird. I don't care. I don't care. Stop. That's so weird, so strange. Oh, but I met her when she was 7. I don't care. How are you? In what reality are you above the age of 20, 21, and you still have teenagers in your circle? That is so strange. The only teenagers that I know are literally my younger siblings, and that's only 3. Anyway, grown men preying on teenage girls is the worst. It makes me absolutely sick, because we'll start with appearances. First of all, for the most part, most American teenagers get braces. Most women are 5'4" and under. That's the average height. So you're telling me a 5'4" girl, braces and a book bag, you were like, yeah, she my age. No, you're weird. You're sinister. You're sick. You're, what is wrong in your head? Leave that girl alone. She's a girl. You're 25. And why do you want a 16-year-old? What can a 16-year-old girl do for you? Whenever you're ready. Nothing. You just want someone to mold and manipulate and take out this emotional wreckage on, because trust me, let me tell you this. Make it look nice. Them 16-year-old girls will be the what's it called? Them guys who are way older than them. Oh my god, he thinks I'm so mature. If they don't end up in a body bag, they're gonna end up in a psychiatric ward, because they be going crazy. They go bazonkers crazy. And yes, no, I don't care. I'm not gonna. My mom supports it. Girl, your mother does not love you. Because in what reality is someone who's pushing 30? What are we going to relate to a teenager? Mortgage? Income tax? Federal taxes? FICO school? You cannot relate to this person. Why is he trying to strip away your innocence of being a young girl? What does he want with you? He wants to break you. He cannot manipulate women his own age because, I don't know, they're smart and women. So he's going to prey on a young child. That is so 666 sinister. It makes me gag. Because now that I'm turning 20, yeah, teenagers. I don't even want to hear the argument that, oh, teenagers don't look the same. I don't care. She does not look your age. If you're 23, 20, the chances of a 15, 16-year-old girl looking like a 23-plus-year-old, come on, bro. You can see it in the face. You can see it in the face. You can definitely see it in the face. Like, I had videos when I first got to college, right? I was like 16, 17. You can definitely see it in my face. Like, I did my makeup almost the same. But you can see it in my face that I was young. And those girls are younger. What do you want with them? Leave them alone. Girls who get into a relationship with men like that from they were young, they are never the same afterwards. They're never the same. Them girls score. But to compare and contrast, if we're being completely 100% honest, men are allowed to exist and be lackluster and still feel entitled to praise and attention. I'm right. I'm literally right. Men are allowed to be mediocre until they're like 35 and need a life plan. What is that? That is so sick. Men, this is gonna sound, ooh. Men are allowed to be ugly, personality-wise. However, in comparison, women are told to get help. You're letting yourself go. Wear a bra, fix your hair, take emotional accountability for what's happening to your life. Whereas men can just literally exist. Men can literally exist and just be as they are. Take up space. No one wants you there. But if that was a woman, oh my God, she'd be picked apart and just under a tweezer, a microscope. Like, why can I not exist as a man can exist and do nothing? What's it called? Contribute nothing to society. Contribute nothing to the conversation. Contribute nothing to anything. Just take up space. And that is so 666 sinister. That is so 666 sinister. Yeah, the thing I said before, men are literally not required to have any kind of emotional awareness. Why can we not just let women